what's going on with Shein? And
This is big.
Yeah.
I discovered this law 12 years ago when Shein launched. There's a law called Section 321 where any shipment not from the United States under $800 does not get taxed. And so a lot of people in direct-to-consumer land started moving their warehouses to Tijuana, Canada, to avoid bringing goods into America and paying duty. But the biggest beneficiary of this was Shein and Temu, where they were shipping directly from China, from a factory to the consumer in America and never paying taxes. Sleepy
woke up for a second.
Sleepy woke up. Basically, he said that he's banning it, that this loophole will be closed. It hasn't gone into law yet. I think it'll go into law quite quickly.
What are they finalizing?
So that anything under $800 today is no longer duty free from any country. If that changes, because I think the model of shipping from China to America is a great model still.
Yeah.
But if the consumer, all they get is just an inflated price, that's fine. But if it becomes where the consumer has to pay the duty when the goods land and they have to sign something, it's fucked.
Cash.
Ladies and gentlemen, group chat.
Cash.
It's $1 trillion. Hot.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Birthday boy.
I appreciated the birthday messages from the last episode.
Okay.
It's very sweet of you two, even though,
Thank you.
We've had some arguments.
We're still friends.
We're still friends.
Even though you're trying to take out our guy.
Yeah, literally.
Today,
Why don't you put the guns down, Dems?
Yeah.
Who would have thought? The libs are the ones with all the AK-47s.
Yes. The dangerous group.
Oh my gosh, you got to watch out for these folks. Okay, we'll get to that. Anand, it's your birthday. Big news for the Cathys to know. I don't know how often you guys hang out, but a lot of times I only see you guys when we're doing the pod.
Yeah.
Because everyone's so busy. You guys have families, all that stuff. This week, we doubled our hangout time.
Yeah.
So we hung out last night. Yeah. Just like the old days.
Yeah.
For Anand's birthday. Yeah. But Anand, you had a surprise. Were you there for the surprise?
Yeah.
Damn it. Okay, I missed the surprise. You had a surprise birthday party.
Yeah.
That looked incredible. I want to know about it.
To kind of recap the whole thing, Amanda had this whole surprise. Amanda's, my wife. Yeah. She had this whole surprise planned, and I didn't know anything about it.
That's why it's called surprise.
Yeah, of course. And she sent me to our friend Gabby, who's a very close friend of ours. She's like, you should go watch college football with her and her boyfriend. And I was really suspicious. I was like, on a Saturday afternoon.
Right.
Why?
What was her reason? Did she say it'd be good to see them? I have some stuff to do.
Yeah, it's good to see them. I'll come there, whatever. Right. And I was like, this is a little weird, but I had no suspicion of the birthday party.
Right.
So I went, watched college football. There's a lot of shitty games, and came back to the house and surprise.
And all your friends were there.
Yeah.
Big group. That's a lot of people that kept a good secret.
Yeah. That is good.
I mean, how many people were there when you walked in? 30?
No, 60, 70.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So this is the thing that I wanted to point out. I thought about it on the way over here. Is you guys always make fun of me about how I go to all these weddings and birthday parties.
Yeah.
And
this is why, so that when you have a surprise, people show up.
There's 60 people.
Yeah.
If I had one, there'd be 4 people. You have 60.
I don't go to anything.
Right.
And no, but I mean,
you go less than me.
I know. I have 4 people. You have 12 people and a bunch of people that you work with. Yeah. Anand has fucking 300 people.
Yeah. It's just like a thing. It depends how you want to live your 20s and 30s. If you show up, these people care about you.
I showed up in my 20s. Half showed up in my 30s.
Stop showing up in your 40s.
Ghost in my 40s, literally, figuratively, and
but
literally.
It's fine. No, I'm just saying, because if you obviously you guys are both there, but there are people that I've known since I was 5 years old, junior high, high school,
right,
college, post college, just adulthood, people, and the reason they showed up because I showed up for them.
Yeah, right. That's true. That's a good point. It's a good lesson. And I do want to also point out that Amanda's idea, which she was probably dead on, but the idea of Anand's perfect get together was football on the TV in the living room.
Yeah.
Plenty of drinks and pizza and friends. And then a projector playing A Few Good Men on repeat
Yeah, that was great.
in the yard.
Yeah, so she set up a Few Good Men, which is my favorite movie of all time. And me and Ollie Fakari, who obviously listens to the pod and one of our best friends. And we're going back and forth on the lines.
I've sadly been seeing that for
He was
25
sitting right
years.
behind me.
I was videotaping. I was like, these idiots have been doing the same shit.
I do got to say, for a guy who's anti-American, a lot of red, white, and blue.
Yes, it was a MAGA
Who's
party.
anti-American?
Flags. There was American flags
You know, it's
for
funny.
this communist.
I took 2 flags home for the kids, and I was like, Uncle Anand threw an America party.
Yeah.
Yeah, USA.
What's happening? He's
You
turning.
know what's actually interesting? Our 2.5-year-old Vivian,
Yeah.
there's American flags everywhere. And she goes, Kamla.
Well, wrong flag.
Yeah, wrong. Yeah.
She's been
It's a
saying it
red
all
with
day.
a fucking sickle and a hammer. I'm going to give her another flag for that.
I think the
amazing.
larger point for everyone that's kind of like in their 20s and 30s, like if you show up to other people's things,
Yeah.
they will show up for you.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason that I was able to have this. I mean, Amanda just probably texted people 2 weeks ago
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
And everyone showed up
Yeah. That's great.
because I showed up for them.
Yeah, you do that well. It shows. Last night was a good example of it.
Yeah.
And it was really fun. It's just great to, I feel like also like when you're younger, like you see a lot of those people
You see them
out.
all the time. So you kind of take it for granted.
Yeah. And so now you have to plan these moments to
Yeah.
get everyone together because everyone's starting families and
Yeah.
work's getting more serious.
Yeah,
and-
I mean, I think it's more of like, it's not just families. It's
Like even Brian Toll showed up.
like
This
did.
guy wanted to watch tennis.
yeah.
yeah.
He
There
showed
was no
up.
tennis at like 8:30.
Right.
It's just more of like, as you get older, your priorities change, and it's hard to
Yeah.
make time for
Well, I feel like you get more responsibility
yeah,
no matter what it is. If it's
whatever
family
it
or
is.
but all those people that we would see out every night.
yeah.
Now, like their jobs are really serious,
Yeah.
or they have kids, or
Yeah,
they're
you just
pregnant.
don't,
Or,
you don't have the luxury of seeing people as often as you. I mean, look, anytime you get to see all your friends, it's very special.
yeah, that's great.
I think
No.
people like, and it's funny is because like I've been reading a lot of articles over the last, call it like 4 or 5 years, specifically for men and friendships.
Yeah, apparently
That
it's
that's
crashing.
it's been really like, I don't know if you guys have seen the movie I Love You, Man,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like,
That's real life.
it's real life.
Yeah.
It really is. It's like, and I think, it was funny because I was at a school. I had to look a lot of things to attend today, kid stuff, and the last one was like a school related get together, and it's a pretty interesting dynamic, like from specifically men that grew up in LA. They have like their community, their friends, family, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then guys that didn't grow up in LA, like they have family now and they're like, they're making friends. A lot of their friends come from school.
Right.
They come from
Because they didn't grow up here.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
like
of
they're
course.
like, all
Yeah,
my
yeah.
best friends are in New York. All my best friends are in Chicago,
Yeah,
or wherever
yeah.
they're from. So they're like, their angle to, they moved here, got married, had kids. So they never had time to be like single and have friends. So
Right.
they're like trying to like find their circle. They found their circle at school. And it's pretty interesting because like I was at like my kids' flag football game this morning. I can't tell you how many people I ran into. Like literally every 5 feet I ran into someone I grew up with.
Really?
Yeah, it was fucking nuts. People I went to college with, people I know from work. And it's like,
Because their kids were also playing?
yeah,
Ah.
like they're older or whatever, but like it's pretty like, I would say if you're fortunate to have children near where you grew up
Yeah.
and you kind of get to mimic your childhood,
Yeah.
it's a unique experience. I don't think a lot of people get to, I think a lot of people do get to experience it. I think a lot of people who live in big cities don't get to experience it.
Right.
Because
Yeah, it
LA,
feels
New
really
York,
weird to me.
It's transplants.
It feels strange to me because, like, I don't know. I think I feel like you almost kind of expect your kids' life to mimic yours. And so for me, where I'm so far away from not only where I grew up, but like how I grew up.
Yeah.
Like even watching Rob's kid, because I went to his birthday
that was awesome.
right before Anand's.
Yeah.
And it's just so strange because it's so different, you know? And the funny thing is when your kid, his kid turned 8 and it's the first year, like you see this slowly happening, but this year it was all people I didn't know.
Yeah, it was because it was his friends, the kids' friends,
Yes.
not the parents.
Yeah, so when they're really young, it's just all of us hanging out with the kid,
Yeah.
like, what up? You
Yeah.
know, but now it's all of his friends and they're all running around. And then it's all the dads, mostly dads, because it was probably cool to like go to Rob's house.
Yeah.
And they're all like hanging out and talking, you know, but so different from how I grew up.
But the thing that I want to point out, because there's obviously multiple ways that you can, you know, start your adulthood. Meaning, you could go to New York, DC,
Yep.
Miami, whatever city, and like pursue a career.
Yep.
And Dee and I never left this city.
Right.
And we have this community, which is why all these people showed up
Right.
last night.
Right.
And I don't know what the right answer is, but it was very like just kind of like all the people I've known my whole life.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. That's really cool.
Well, yeah, I think that's why people like to stay close to where they grew up, like because you want that. It's nice to if you're able to have that. It's special, and I think
Yeah, that's where you guys are so lucky. One thing I want you guys to feel lucky for a moment is that you happen to grow up in like one of the best cities in the world.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like where I grew up, it's like, sure, I could have stayed, but like not worth it.
Yeah.
You know, so you have to make a choice. Like, do I want to move to a better city with more opportunity and more things going on? Or do I want that comfort of that community and where I grew up?
Right,
You know?
like-
and you guys just got lucky. You grew up.
We got lucky.
And now all your friends are like the coolest.
And like half the people Dee's known, this is my birthday, not his birthday.
Right.
Dee's known since they were like kids.
really children.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Well, props to Amanda. Incredible job.
I couldn't believe she pulled it off.
It was so good.
It was awesome.
And happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
And shout out to so many people there listen to the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to all of you.
Yeah. I want to ask you about the Sphere. I know it was on.
Yeah.
I watched for 5 minutes.
Well, keep in mind, I was in and out because we were at Anand's.
Yeah.
I haven't.
But we had it playing.
We had it playing 100%.
Well, it was a
You didn't have it
quest.
playing, actually.
Yeah, it was a
You had
quest.
college
Was it
football
really?
playing.
No, we had.
Just so you know,
John-
my ESPN account is signed
he
in
paid
here.
for it.
Thank you.
Of course. But yes, we had it on. I haven't really had a chance to like watch the commentary and like the recaps and what people are saying. To me, my immediate take, to be honest, is
Stupid.
no, I think
So
it was hard to.
$20 million, right?
That's what he says.
That's what he says.
But I don't know that it translated crazy well on TV. But I do think there's something to it that's like feels like it feels like a little bit of a tip to where the future could be for certain live events.
Yeah.
You know, because football, obviously you can't do that. Basketball doesn't make sense. But for things like fights, I don't know, because also fights and stuff aren't really that good in person, in my opinion, because it's such a small, confined,
You
and like
literally have to be like ringside.
and even if you're
real
ringside,
ringside.
like boxing, you're looking up through the ropes. UFC, you're looking through a cage. So I don't know. There was something that felt like futuristic about it, but I don't know. I have to look at the commentary and stuff. Michael and Risa went.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they went last minute.
Wow,
Yeah, like literally same day, I think.
that's incredible.
So they will have a good take.
I think like it's funny because a lot of people are talking about that Cosm in LA, the venue in Inglewood near Intuit, and it's a place to watch sporting events, concerts, whatever. A lot of people are going there to watch soccer and football. And I was talking to someone today randomly. He's like, "Oh, have you been?" And I was like, "No." I go, "Huh?" I go randomly, "Do you know how much it cost?"
Yeah.
He goes, "It's pretty cheap. It's like Like $150 in row one. I'm like $150 to what? Sit at a restaurant?
And you're watching the game?
Yeah, it's sick. It's a full screen.
I've seen the TikToks. It looks nuts.
You're in the game.
It feels like you're in the game. 100%. It feels like you're on the field.
Yeah, but
Right.
the problem is 150.
It's not scalable.
Is that like a minimum for like drinks?
So
or
I don't
something?
know. I don't know if it includes food or if it's just the cost of the ticket.
Right.
But if it was just the cost of ticket and then you have to order and you're a group of 4 people, you're spending well over $1,000
Yeah.
to go watch TV,
Yeah.
which doesn't make sense, won't scale. Because like, here's the reason why I don't believe it can scale is Top Golf, I'm sure you guys have heard, is struggling
Yep.
and
Right.
isn't.
Which I'm surprised by.
Me
No,
too. I mean,
why?
the
It's so
business model.
expensive.
Yeah, the business model must suck.
It's too expensive.
But I'm saying, what's the cost? Like I wonder what obviously the business doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because it's so popular.
Yeah.
What else could you?
No, but I'll tell
The
you why it's
the
not so
economics.
popular. Like, okay, essentially you're going to the driving range.
Yeah.
But if you were to go to Top Golf with 4 of your buddies,
Yeah.
you're literally spending like $800.
Right. So what I'm saying is
Why
the
would
economics.
anyone do that?
The economics must not make sense. Like, what is the cost of a driving range? Like, why is everything so expensive?
Because
I'm saying it couldn't be more culturally popular. It is.
yeah, it's
Everyone
fun.
knows about it.
Yeah.
There's no competition.
I just think like I've hosted company events there and it's just too expensive.
I mean,
like-
there's no competition.
It's like an expensive bowling,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, the drinks are the same price at a bar, food.
Right.
If you want to rent out like the place for like an hour or whatever, not even the place, a section,
The stall or whatever. Yeah.
it's so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
And I think people are just like, all right, I can go to my local public driving range, hit the ball, get a couple cocktails, and it's $40.
But that's my question: is why is it so expensive?
It is expensive. Look at the setup. It's crazy. It's really nice. Like the experience is amazing. It's just, it goes down to like how many people, like does Top Golf work? Yes. In El Segundo, I bet you it crushes. If it were in Scottsdale, I bet you it struggles.
Right.
I
There's
mean,
one
they
in
also
Vegas,
have the
right?
most golf courses in the country.
Yeah, but it's also a financial thing. Like I think like there's certain in El Segundo near
I
LA.
went to Top Golf in Dubai with Ken and his daughter, and none of us play golf,
Yeah.
Right.
and we're just like fucking around.
Was it packed?
It was packed,
Yeah.
and it was fun.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
just
no,
like
it is
hitting
fun.
balls, like we don't know
Yeah.
what we're doing, and we had some snacks, some drinks, whatever.
How much was it?
I don't know. Ken paid.
Probably $800.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Yeah, some things just don't check. It just
And
don't
the
make
math
sense.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's why like movie theaters are failing. Like you guys spend like $800 to go to the movie too. Like you're just eventually going to be like,
Yeah.
I'm over it.
But you can have
But
these little mini spheres
that
in
experience
certain places.
works.
I think Sphere works. I actually think
But
in
I'm
Las
talking
Vegas,
about the Inglewood thing.
the Cosm. Yeah, I think one could work.
I will say
Right.
New York City could work.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
will say Top Golf because I'd never been before to
Mhm.
any of the venues. And when we went with Ken's daughter, who's like 7, she had a blast.
Yeah. So no, that's what I'm saying.
I took
though.
Dominic and he liked it, but like may never go again the rest of our life.
That's what I'm
Unless
saying.
he was into golf.
But his daughter didn't care about golf.
I
She
know,
was just
but I'm
like
just saying
fun,
he's
like,
not doing it again. Is my
doing
point.
it, whatever. Okay.
Yeah, my
Like
point.
bowling, you will like will go bowling for the rest of their childhood.
Yeah, because it's $20.
It's cheap,
Yeah. Yeah.
straight up. It's a money thing.
That makes sense. Well, speaking of which, money is becoming more and more of an issue. The Restaurant Performance Index dropped 1.3% in July.
Yeah.
It's the lowest level since the lockdowns.
It's fallen 8% since 2021. Just to give people a sense, food prices away from home have increased 27%, and fast food prices have jumped by 31%. So you can make the argument that
Right.
eating out is now like officially a luxury. And people that own restaurants will tell you maybe the traffic of people in high-end restaurants are the same, but the check size has gone down.
Yeah.
And I think if you went to like casual dining, most casual dining, there's anomalies like Chillis, which we'll talk about next, that have done incredible marketing and then found a way to get a customer back in the door. People are definitely like choosing what they're going to spend their money on. It has to be an incredible experience or they're not spending the money anymore.
Do you think this is mostly prices being up or bank accounts being down? You know what I'm saying? Or is it both? People being more frugal or?
No, I think the price has gone up. I think it's too expensive. Like everyone complains about everything being too expensive everywhere. Especially restaurants. Like restaurants are straight fucking asinine when you take like, okay, look, if you're going to the it spot in a respective city,
Yeah.
I expect it to be expensive.
Yeah.
When you go that tier below,
Yeah.
That's the issue, right? It's
that
the
tier below is a joke.
The tier below is
When
where
you're paying
like,
$28 for like a salad and
Yeah.
some like mid-tier bullshit.
Yeah.
because like you guys obviously referenced on the pod that I was in New York last week. Our friends went to, I didn't go. Our friends went to Carbone at 12:30 p.m. Absolutely slammed.
Well, yeah, that's Carbone. Though.
That's like top of the top.
That's it. It's spot.
And like, think about how much each check is.
Yeah, it's $500.
Yeah, but that'll never go.
But that's the
If
that's
that
the
goes,
top.
we're all fucked.
Yeah,
If Carbone in New York is empty, we're done.
it's a bad sign.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree. It's that mid-level. Why is Chili's popping off so hard?
They did a great job of marketing.
Where?
I think on TikTok, Instagram, that's what the kind of news reported that Chili's is now, I think 14% year over year on comp.
Yeah.
Wow. Is it like new menu items?
No, nothing.
Like what
I
type of,
love
have you
Chili's,
seen any
to
of their
be honest.
marketing?
Like, so for a fun fact, every Friday night we would go watch the high school football team that Granada played,
Yeah.
and we go to
Sucked.
Chili's.
When you were in high
watch our
school?
school lose.
We would go to Chili's.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of the marketing?
I have not, and I saw this article, so I was reading about it, and it's purely marketing. Nothing has changed about this place.
I want to see what they're doing.
And
I'm sure we'll all get it
they need to
served
bring
now.
back
Yeah, no,
Blossom
yeah.
Blossom.
Chili's. That'll be on my
Blossom
TikTok.
was great.
They had to remove it because it was so unhealthy.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so awesome, huh?
Yeah.
Well, our phones just picked it up, so we'll get a bunch of TikToks. But that's pretty fascinating. I'm so fascinated when like an old kind of known brand has this type of marketing pivot success.
I will say, so this is a total pivot. I know it's not on our docket.
Okay.
Travis Kalanick, who was on the All In Summit,
He loves Chili's.
does he?
I don't know. I thought that's where we're going.
That was a
But
seamless.
did you guys watch? Because they
I
didn't
listened-
release it on podcast.
I watched it.
It was all YouTube.
Yeah,
I
they've
watched
all
it.
been so good so far.
And I thought it was incredible.
Yeah.
It was really good.
They've all been so good. I thought Peter Thiel. I thought all of them.
Yeah. I think, and we talked about this last episode, the fact that in those types of conversations are free.
I know.
Are mine like
Did you understand like the way Travis has a lot of criticism? Like, sure, but he's clearly a genius.
Yeah.
And the way he described like atoms and bits from like
Yeah.
food to like how I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I never thought about this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, you honestly are explaining like visionary shit.
Yeah. And I know he's a savage completely, but like after hearing that interview, I felt bad for him. Because, you know, not only did they like take him out of the job and whatever, and maybe he deserved it, maybe he didn't, I don't know. But I feel like they did it in such a wild way. And then they went on to make like documentaries and movies about how terrible he is. You know, like that
Yeah.
would be so hard.
yeah.
Because I'm sure he doesn't feel, you know, he feels wronged a little bit. And
Yeah.
so for your reputation to be fucked
Yeah.
is so messed up. He didn't even get to leave like with dignity,
But-
you know?
So I understand what you're saying. I just like separate the personality from the business guy.
Yeah.
The business guy, the way he described cloud kitchens, because I never actually understood it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, why would you do this?
Yeah.
And he described it so perfectly.
He's
Yeah.
an incredible salesman.
And I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
I think that the
I
thing
agree.
that, to Drama's point, is that he got caught up in that canceling era
yeah.
where I think a lot of people's lives were ruined because of the tone of the country at that point.
Yeah.
And I would put Aziz Ansari in that. Like Aziz Ansari is
I
toast,
know.
finished.
I
He
know.
hasn't
I
been
saw him the other
around
day
in a
walking
while.
down the street.
It's sad.
Felt bad.
Yeah.
You saw him?
Walking down the street. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Was his head chin held high?
No.
Anyone rob him?
No.
Anyone rob him?
No, I
No
don't
one
think-
even wants
No,
him.
there's nothing more to take.
They took his fucking soul.
What else do you want?
I know, like I was thinking about like a handful of people from that era, and I think Travis goes there, Aziz goes there. It was obviously particularly men
Yeah.
that got dumped into this bucket, right out of the Me Too,
Yeah. And
cancel
also the
culture.
like hate the billionaire culture.
Yes,
you
and
know?
I think you have to be like another level of resilience. Like Elon Musk is like, oh, you think I'm a pig? Well, guess what, Taylor? I'm gonna fuck you and defend your cats. Right? Like he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Travis went after him. You see that? He had to delete his tweet.
No. Travis Kalanick or Travis Kelsey?
Travis Kelsey, sorry.
Yeah.
Different Travis.
Yeah. Kalanick not going after Elon.
No, and I was like, what do you mean? That's funny. Well, let's talk about old Taylor.
Yes.
Yeah, so just to lead into Taylor Swift, she obviously endorsed Kamala Harris,
Yeah.
and then
We got that one wrong.
Well, I think I got it right. When it's
and
all
then
said and done.
Elon said, don't worry, because she said I'm a childless cat
Yeah,
lover,
yeah.
or whatever,
Cat lady.
cat lady, and she said, she tweeted her thing, and then he's like, don't worry, I'll give you more kids.
And I'll defend your
And I'll
cats.
defend your
And I'll
cats with my
defend your
life.
cats.
Yep.
And then Travis Kelsey responded saying, I'll put you in a pretzel.
Yeah.
Right. And then he deleted it.
And he deleted the post.
Well, I wonder why he deleted it.
Why would you delete it?
Right. That's very Elon to post something like that.
Yeah.
Elon posted what he's supposed to post.
I'm sure Elon would respect it.
Yeah, he would like it. He's like, all right, I'll fight you too. Like whatever.
I mean, Kelsey would kill him.
Yeah, but that's Elon. Elon would
That's
be
the
like,
fun.
I agree.
He's there for the entertainment.
That's the point. He's scared of him.
yeah. Elon.
No,
No, Kelsey's
Yeah, Kelsey backed
no,
down.
Elon deleted it.
What?
Elon deleted the tweet.
No.
No, I mean but that was too late. Elon can't delete a tweet. You know that, right?
No.
It doesn't matter. It's logged. There's accounts that post everything he does.
I mean, Kelsey would kill him.
Oh, Elon deleted his tweet. That's what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Elon deleted the original tweet, like kind of trolling
Yeah.
Swift.
But that was too
right.
late. He can't delete tweets. That's a
and
joke.
Kelsey, the guy's 6'5", 260 pounds.
Right.
Yeah, but Elon's got machine guns. You know what that works like?
If the security,
Yeah, it's very
if the
different.
security's away,
Guess what?
Kelsey
There's never
Security will
security
never be
away.
away, though. That's
This
the
is
problem.
this is not the Secret Service.
Right.
Fucking shoddy operation.
Right. Well, not today.
No.
Okay, wait, hold on. Taylor Swift.
which way
Taylor
are you going?
Swift, Taylor
Which
Swift.
way are you going?
Okay,
The
so
golf
we'll
course?
We'll start with Taylor.
So New York Post posted there was like this huge uplift in registration.
So we didn't talk yet about Taylor Swift endorse.
No, we talked about it.
Did we?
You
Yeah.
did. I
Yeah, we
heard
talked
the
about it.
episode.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Okay, so the result of that was a huge uptick in registrations,
Which the Democrats assumed it was theirs.
of course,
And then like a nonprofit basically said 9% was for Democrats, 20% was for Republican. The rest
Were
didn't
13.
really care.
So I'm not making any prediction, but this seems very 2016, where the quiet's not out loud.
What are you talking about?
Meaning everyone is so pro-Trump publicly, right? So he did this Vegas rally, I think the night before the UFC thing.
Yep.
Bryce Hall, Nelk Boys.
I know, but
everyone.
Taylor Swift, the most famous person in the world, just endorsed Harris.
So my point is, I don't know if it seems like there's overwhelming support for Trump, which is what you would see if you turn on the social media.
But not mainstream news.
And
They're all
I would
predicting her.
suspect that
I think your bubble feels like
no,
that.
it's not my bubble. I'm just like, I'm just pattern matching.
So what are you saying? You're saying that it almost feels reversed of 2016.
Yes.
I will tell you the fact.
And I'm not saying I'm predicting that Harris is going to win.
Yeah,
obviously I'm voting for her, but
I
like,
mean, if what happened today at the golf course is another potential person that was trying to kill the president, I think Trump wins in an absolute landslide. Yeah. This thing is over.
But what do you mean if?
Like the thing is like the FBI said alleged. They haven't confirmed.
Right, but this guy has like wild Ukraine posts. Apparently, it was sitting there with a GoPro.
Yeah, with machine. AKs.
So my only point.
So I think like the fact that there's been 2 attempts on President Trump's life.
Yeah, it's the best marketing. It's
over. Like if you're like free speech, independent democracy type person.
Yeah.
You have to vote for Trump.
So what I'm saying is the way in 2016 it was like embarrassing to say you vote for Trump.
That's how you feel.
And now people think it's embarrassing you're voting for Harris.
Yeah.
And you don't know.
Right.
You don't know what's going to come.
We know that it's embarrassing.
I'm not embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed.
Here's the thing. I have no idea. Like, I feel like it could be like a landslide either way. It could be neck and neck.
It'll be neck and neck, and it'll come down to like what we always say, 750,000 votes.
But let me just say, I agree with Dee that like there is no better marketing than to continue to have people look like they're trying
to. It was crazy.
I also think like, sorry, don't mean to interrupt you. Like the Nelk Boys, Bryce Hall, all these guys, like it doesn't switch anything.
No, but that's Kamala has, Meg the Stallion and
Taylor Swift.
I
don't think any
Taylor
of
Swift's
those
older. These kids are like,
but that's a good thing.
15 years younger.
It's a good thing. I don't think Bryce Hall and Nelk Boys
have any impact.
No.
Zero. I think Taylor Swift has zero fucking. I think Taylor Swift backfired. I honestly do. I think
I don't know if it affects anything because LeBron did Hillary and couldn't switch Ohio.
In Ohio, yeah. And I think I agree. I don't think any celebrity has any impact.
Yeah.
Frankly, I think though.
What about Amber Rose?
If you're mainstream media,
who'd you say?
Amber Rose.
Yeah, Amber Rose.
She spoke at the convention. It was ridiculous.
But I do think like we're glossing over this. There's been 2 assassination attempts on an ex-president.
I won't gloss. I think it's
insane. We're not a banana republic.
Well,
like, we cannot allow. I think like no one is going after the other candidate. No one's going after Biden.
I know.
They're going after the fucking one guy.
So, you know what's interesting?
I think it's insane.
It's insane. And it's also like the thing that they accused Trump of creating. Yeah.
They said that like you are creating such a negative tension. You're destroying, like everyone's like, there's all these Nazis in Springfield, Ohio.
Just remember January 6th, the whole thing was like they're going in there to kill, Nancy Pelosi and all these people.
They're not.
So I was in New York last week, as you guys know. You guys said it on the pod.
Yep.
We did like this little Chelsea Piers boat like tourist thing that we've done.
Statue of Liberty thing?
Yeah. Statue of Liberty.
USA.
And there was like a portion of the Hudson River that whoever was driving the boat was like, oh shit, someone must be here. Like we couldn't even get close to wherever it was. Yeah. And then obviously the next day, Freedom Tower, they did the like Trump.
Everyone was there.
JD Vance.
But it must have been Kamala or Joe Biden because obviously
that's how much security there was.
For Sleepy.
For those two.
Not for 555.
Trump's got one guy a hole ahead of him on the golf course.
We were on like a tourist boat and we couldn't even get within like
I know,
so close to the water.
Some people don't get that type of protection.
Yeah, some people get, have some shady stuff going on.
Yeah.
Over at the Secret Service.
Yeah.
So what is your conspiracy theory? I know I've seen it on
a conspiracy.
I've seen it on Twitter.
Yeah.
That a lot of people think that the Secret Service is just like looking, turning a blind eye.
Yeah.
To all
He's
this
got
stuff.
the JV team.
Well, I mean,
He's got the JV team.
You really believe that?
Gun? You saw the video of the gun?
I know what he believes. What do you believe, Drama?
What do I believe? Gun? Like the whole thing, what do I believe?
No, meaning like
because I don't know.
The fact that someone was able to come with the AR-15 at his golf course. Like
Yeah, I think it's I think that I think I want to be
But it
careful
wasn't
here 'cause
even multiple holes. It was multiple holes away. They would never have
I
gotten.
thought it was one ahead of him. They say it was 400 yards away.
He could have.
In golf
That's
terms,
one
that's
hole.
nothing.
That's nothing.
Yeah. That's
In the
one
air
hit.
15
The
lane, that's-
conspiracy theory is him staging that.
That would have been a good plan if he did. Because
But
it's
the
the best
FBI,
marketing.
which is Biden's FBI.
Yeah, I think,
confirmed it.
look, for the sake of like time, my best guess is I don't think he has enough protection. I think that's probably not totally an accident. I'm not saying they want him to get assassinated. I'm not saying they're sending assassins. I'm saying,
He needs more protection.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think they're like, fuck that guy.
We're
That's
going
what
to
I
give the fumbling gun girl.
Yeah, give them 3 of them. They'll all fumble. That's what I think.
It's weird. It's white guys though.
The Dems.
Who do you think is voting for Harris?
Yeah.
Every live
White
star
women.
is coming out
It's a
voting
bunch of
for Tucker
angry
Trump.
white people. Yeah.
Nikki
It's
Jam.
literally like,
everyone.
I'm not kidding, like in a funny way, kind of, but not funny. You could almost describe like the current angry liberal, and it would look like what they said MAGA was
Yes.
6 years ago.
That's my point.
What?
That we're not understanding that there's this population that wants to vote liberal.
Oh, yeah. Maybe you're right. I'm just saying
I'm
that
like, you know, like
all the violence is happening on the other side.
So my point is largely like in 2016, what we all missed, everyone missed,
Yeah.
was that there's this like angry population
Yeah.
that felt left behind.
I don't think they're angry. I think they felt left behind.
They left behind and they're not doing well. They don't have like,
Right.
you know,
But I think they're still there and more.
Yeah, and now you got regular people who are just like, you know what? I don't have a cat.
Right.
it's just,
I have a wife.
It's just
Yeah.
like kind of similar in the sense that like every famous person is just voting, like doing Trump stuff, like especially
no,
like
the biggest
Swift
celebrities-
just fucking came out.
Yeah.
George Clooney came out. They have all the famous people too.
yeah, it'll be interesting.
We don't know. I mean, who knows?
We don't know anything, but
I know a lot.
you do.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I think.
What's your prediction?
I don't think it's a landslide.
I
By
don't think it's a
anyways.
landslide. I think if it was truly objectively an election with no funny business,
Funny that Peter Thiel said that.
because I do look within the realm of the law. These people have powers.
Right.
Both sides have powers. If you have judges, you have district attorneys, you could sway shit.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Elections can be stolen from people,
Yeah.
right? Not like
Do you
in the
really
sense-
believe that?
100%.
Do you believe the election
Did
was
you watch
stolen?
Al
I think you
Gore?
can put
You
your-
don't think Al Gore got the election stolen from him?
I think thumb
He
on the
did
scale.
because
big
Okay,
time.
there's
why? Because
no-
he was a Democrat?
No,
Yes,
no.
exactly.
I
He got it stolen.
because we saw the documentary of how they were counting the ballots.
I know.
And it
What
was
do
a
you don't
joke.
think they would
Right.
do that to Trump? Of course they would. He's the
I think they
biggest
can-
threat to the establishment.
I think thumb on the scale for sure.
Yes.
So,
If
maybe
instead of
worse.
getting Gore, why can't it happen to Trump?
instead of going down this rabbit hole, the one thing Peter Thiel said
Mhm.
on his talk, which I thought was really, it was probably the most insightful thing I heard on the whole like episode or whatever,
Uh-huh.
that he believes colleges are failing, which I've been saying for
Mhm.
the entire podcast,
Mhm.
7 years straight.
Because
And
they're
he-
woke.
And
Right.
he said the student debt needs to be relieved,
Yep.
but by the bondholders and
Yep.
universities.
Yeah, we know how likely that is.
Not the taxpayers.
Yeah, that's never happening.
But that's right.
That's a
It's
liberal.
right,
Liberal
but-
people are the
But
ones.
he's a Republican.
I know, but you have to understand the college
'Cause
industrial
I
complex
believe-
is a liberal belief.
I think colleges are stupid.
Yeah.
I think 90% of colleges are a waste of time.
Yep.
You're going to lose all your money.
Yep.
And you're going to get in all this debt. And then you're never going to like get out of it. And
Yeah,
you're going
yeah.
to have a family and you're not going to be able to pay for your kids
Right.
and, you know, groceries and all this shit.
Yep. It's
And-
all right. It just will never happen.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just a nice conversation. There's too much
No, but
money at stake.
I think it's important that the conversation even like that's a large platform.
Yeah. I think it's great he said it. But look, the only way that it changes, the only way, no one's ever going to give money back But the way that it could change is people stop enrolling into these schools, and it really messes up. Like, vote with your wallet.
So what's happening? So vote with your wallet's happening.
Yeah.
In a different way. Public schools around the country have lower enrollment.
Yeah.
Because the vote with your wallet is Seattle, I think, is closing 21 schools.
Yeah.
LAUSD has lower enrollment across the board. So that means budgets will get cut. The vote with your wallet is people in these areas have decided we're either going to move to an area with a better public school system, or we're sending our kids to a private school.
Yeah.
And so they're voting with their wallet. And it's happening in the big cities pretty predominantly. There was an article in the LA Times today or yesterday that said students at LAUSD schools are fearing for safety given the rising tensions of schools.
Right.
Like, if you read that as a parent, that's fucking scary.
Yeah, are you kidding? That's the worst.
You go to your school, why? Because you're gonna get beat up?
Yeah, or worse.
Worse, right? And I do think like Peter Thiel, what he's saying is right. You know what's really interesting? I'm obviously on airplanes all the time. And very rarely do I ever talk to anyone on the airplane.
Yeah.
I was on a red eye the other night. Indian woman next to me. I had headphones on. Clearly, I should not get the hint.
Yeah.
Starts talking to me.
Yeah.
Why are you going to New York? I go, work. Okay. Where are you from? LA. She's like, oh, we raised our kids in LA. I was like, oh, what school do you go to? Homeschooled.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
A lot of that.
One kid about to be married. The other one's, working at their family business. The other today, literally this morning, I was talking to a family. They homeschooled their kids till high school.
Yeah.
And
I think there's more and more of that.
I think I used to think like, oh, everyone's saying their kids are private school, but it's not realistic. It's too fucking expensive.
Right. Plus, even at the private schools, your kid's going to come home thinking he's a dragon.
Yeah. Well, it depends what school. Yeah.
But it's common.
Yeah, it's common.
Yeah.
You could get a dragon. Wait, drag or dragon?
Right.
But
wait, what are you saying, Drama? Sorry.
I'm saying that I've heard there's a lot of very expensive private schools where they are teaching some wild stuff about identity to little kids.
Yeah.
And all that I'm saying is
definitely true.
I don't care where you stand on that debate. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that if I'm spending an arm and a leg for a great education for my young child, I would rather that not be a topic.
Yeah. And I think
it is a lot of these private schools.
No, you're totally right. And I think the parents can influence it, and the parents aren't doing it.
They can or can't?
They can. Of course they can. They're the ones paying it.
I know. But
I know of a city where I have a friend who's wealthy who basically was like, here's my donation. You're stopping all this shit.
Right.
And they said, okay, we're stopping it.
I hear you. And I think that's kind of a different topic, or like farther down the road from the topic. I just think that I have heard of people looking at the homeschool option as opposed to...
I think homeschool is becoming very popular. Yeah. I think a lot of people are being homeschooled.
It's just funny that I remember when I was growing up, if you were homeschooled, the risk was that you were going to be a weirdo.
So someone
the thought is the risk is you're going to be a weirdo by going to school.
Yeah. So someone I run with literally on Saturday was telling us he's from Ohio.
Yeah.
Was homeschooled. His dad was like a physics professor or whatever. Thought they could not keep up with learning at school. Yeah. We want to push them. And they felt that they socially would look like they're like a cult. Yeah. Because of homeschooling. Mm-hmm. So in high school, they went to regular school, and they're very normal people now.
Now the cult is at the school.
The cult is at the school.
The cult is at the school.
And the normal kids are home.
Yeah.
That's strange.
Homeschooling, it's the same thing. Like I actually believe one of the biggest downfalls in America is lack of religion.
Yeah.
I do think religion is very good for community building. Yeah. Whatever religion you practice, it is so it's so wholesome. Yeah. It is like community building. It's like friendships. There's a sense of belonging with religion.
Yeah, like a rule book.
Yeah.
So
like a moral code of some sort.
You know what's interesting when we're talking about homeschooling? So my daughter, Vivian, who's 2.5, she has the benefit of having all these like service people therapists that are amazing
Yeah.
for Maverick.
Yep.
And she's around all of them and like, interacting and, doing the whole thing.
Yeah.
She's so much more advanced because of that.
Yeah.
Because she's just around like
Yeah.
people interacting with her and like talking to her
Yeah.
and like doing this. And like, I'm not claiming she's a genius or anything. I'm just saying she's able to learn things faster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
That's why, especially if you have the resources and the time and the whatever.
well,
I
if
mean,
you have money, I think the term is called micro school. Is like if you have money and let's say 4 of your neighbors
Yeah.
get together,
Yeah.
and you say, you know what, we all have kids the same age.
That's what all the billionaires do.
yeah,
I mean, doesn't Elon have a school? And
yeah. I mean, like I think I know a lot
You
of
can
people.
bleep this as a school.
Yeah,
right, they all do.
no, that's what I'm saying.
Try to school.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd go to that one, but
Yeah. But I do think a lot of people are saying, okay, if I have the money, let me hire the best math teacher, the best piano teacher,
But
the best.
she's like ancillary learning from them.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. So imagine
Imagine
if it was focused. Yeah.
So this is a prime example of why I think the Democrats are horrible. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Right.
Because 25 years ago, public schools were good.
Yeah.
They're very good.
Yeah.
And we made all of these laws, whether it's around crime or inclusion, and basically ruined public works in the benefit that a lot of the citizens get from it. And all we did is push rich people to get everything.
right.
Do you understand the society we are talking about? Most people get left behind.
Yeah.
Which is horrible. That was not what America was about. And you can make very simple things. Lock everyone up who commits a crime.
Yeah.
Demand that everyone has basic ability. Don't make it dude, you understand, like, because of racism or what they believe is racism, what people are expected to learn has changed.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, certain cultures shouldn't know that.
You know what I think is weird that's like a little bit less of a polarizing statement from what you said is no matter where you stand on your opinion, it's crazy to me that schools have kind of become like Democrat agenda things.
Yeah.
Like they teach what the Democrat values are.
Well, I guess it depends
You know
on
what
the
I'm saying?
city.
Like I saw a Hassan Minaj post about like, I can't believe we do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah.
Like it was a joke. What is this? I pledge allegiance to the flag. I was kind of like, I think it's kind of sweet that like kids get up. It's a uniformity thing. It's a respect thing.
Yeah.
And I actually
disagree with him.
What?
You disagree with him?
Yeah, I think that like
I think standing for
like,
the national anthem is an important thing.
I think you sing the national anthem. You do the Pledge of Allegiance.
I used to, so post 9/11, I had like a little time where I was just like, why are we doing this? And then I was like, no, fuck this. This is USA.
Yeah. You saw that George Bush pitch?
Yeah.
That was a hot pitch.
No, I go to games all the time. I take my hat off. I put my hand on the heart.
By the way, every other country in the world does it.
Yeah.
It's a sense. Do you understand when it's so crazy? Brazil hosted the Eagles and Packers game.
Yeah, Friday.
They did the national anthem, the Brazil national anthem. People were crying in the stands for the Brazil national anthem. By the way, there's not one fucking Brazilian player on the Packers.
There's honestly like, obviously we've been to a ton of Super Bowls.
Yeah.
It's honestly like I get chills.
Yeah, you do get chills.
Yeah. Yeah.
The national anthem happens.
And then they do B-2 bomber.
The aircraft.
Just a reminder, like, motherfucker, we'll blow your ass.
It's like
out.
And literally you're like, oh my God, you can feel the importance of where you are.
I agree. I agree.
I'm American.
But those are very right.
No, I'm American. I'm woke. I'm American.
I know. But what I'm saying is that's a right thought.
So like,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
talk about religion at school, like in an average public school. Pledge of Allegiance and Star Spangled Banner are kind of
So in your kid's private school, there's no religion?
no. It's not a religious school.
So I got a video from our daughter's school. She's like at a Catholic school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they got Jesus.
Yeah. She came home and said, God is good.
Yeah. You guess what? He is.
Yeah. all the time. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. I don't know what to make of it exactly.
So what's interesting is when we were touring schools
Yeah.
for our oldest, we went to a bunch of religious schools to just check it out.
Right.
And Haley and I went to like the mass
Yeah.
just to see it.
Yeah.
I was blown away. I met the director of that part of the school, and they do every religion.
Really?
Yes. So if it was a big holiday for Jewish people, Muslim people, Hindu people,
That's cool.
they do it all. And
Yeah.
I think I'm not like anti-religion. I'm like I remember how important religion was
Right.
for young people at my school growing up, and that was your identity.
Yeah.
No, so
Church
Amanda,
groups.
and I
Yeah.
talked about this, and obviously we're come from two different religions.
Yep.
And I'm like, I have no problem
Right.
that she comes home and, learn from mass that this is what they say.
Right.
Like, good.
Jesus.
And then my mom comes
yeah.
and teaches her like
Yeah.
Hinduism.
Right. I do think there's something missing. No matter how you feel about certain religions or your religion or no religion, you can't have no framework, no rules, no
Yeah.
morals.
It's too chaos.
Yeah,
You start trying to shoot presidents on the 14th hole.
exactly. That guy was not religious.
Yeah.
What's going on with Shein? And
This is big.
yeah,
So we've talked about this for 5-6 years on this podcast. I'm pretty sure 5 years ago I said this is the most insane law, and I cannot believe any dummy fucking congressman has not figured this out.
Yep.
And the law is, and everyone's probably heard this to death at this point, but this I discovered this law I think 12 years ago when Shein launched, and someone that worked with me said, do you know this website launched? And when you buy something, because his daughter bought something, he goes, it comes from China. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean it comes from China? And he goes, I'm pretty sure it comes from the factory direct.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my God, this is fucked.
Yep.
I literally was like, this is fucked.
Yep.
Come out to learn, there's a law called Section 321 where any shipment not from the United States under $800 does not get taxed. And so a lot of people in direct-to-consumer land started moving their warehouses to Tijuana,
Mm-hmm.
Canada, to avoid bringing goods into America and paying duty.
Yep.
But the biggest beneficiary of this was Shein and Temu,
Yep.
where they were shipping directly from China, from a factory to the consumer in America and never paying taxes.
Tax-free.
Tax-free.
Customs.
And disrupted.
Customs free.
Duties.
Yeah.
Duties.
Duties.
And disrupted so much American business.
Unbelievable. Because I think Shein does like 20, 30 billion. Temu does around the same.
Yeah.
Just
And Dollar Tree
evaporated.
just went bankrupt.
Yeah, 99 cents went bankrupt.
Yeah.
Dollar Tree's fucked.
Yeah.
A lot of
Do you sell on any of those platforms or no?
he's suing them all day.
Not willingly.
Got it.
Yeah.
So
All day.
unknowingly.
Yeah, I have a person dedicated to and a attorney dedicated to taking them down because there's so many.
Got it.
Taking down the listings because there's so many.
I didn't
Yeah.
mean to interrupt your.
And I think that the biggest thing that's happened is like, you're just like, why can't you just charge duty and solve this loophole?
Yep.
So Sleepy
woke up for a second.
Sleepy woke up,
with his
has,
Trump hat.
basically said that he's banning it, that this loophole will be closed. It hasn't gone to law yet. I think it'll go into law quite quickly.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to push back on it in America.
So what are they finalizing?
So that anything under $800 today is no longer duty free from any country.
Okay.
So if that changes,
So then like the $20 skirt can't get
well, the
shipped.
$20 skirt becomes 25 or 28
Right.
or whatever
Which
it is.
probably destroy. I mean, their business already doesn't make sense, but it probably destroys
Yes.
their business.
It definitely changes. The thing that I have to understand that really puts a nail in the coffin is how does the operational process work? So are you able to collect all the duties? Because I think the model of shipping from China to America is a great model still.
Yeah.
But if the consumer, all they get is just an inflated price,
Yeah.
but that's fine. But if it becomes where the consumer has to pay the duty when the goods land and they have to sign something,
Right.
it's fucked.
Right. Which
Right.
is usually commonly the case.
Yeah. So like when I've bought goods outside of America,
Yep.
I get a DHL notice, I get a fucking bill.
Yeah.
It's like a nightmare.
Yep.
So what's your prediction now with Shein and Temu?
I think it does get banned, and I think it drastically impacts their business. And I think it is like a protectionism kind of law.
Which I'm okay with.
I just wonder how many American businesses are benefiting from the same loophole.
Yeah, so I do think Amazon's benefiting
Right.
from it.
Like
And
if
I
the
mean,
American net benefit is bigger than the loss,
I don't think it is.
okay, that's the question.
Because who would, other than Amazon sellers, who else
Walmart.
would it be? Walmart, yeah.
Yeah, and also like who knows? I don't know. Maybe there's
Oh,
some other
sure, a lot of-
places.
I think. I mean, I know this. I know a lot of brands based in America that moved their warehouse to Tijuana,
Right.
so they don't have to bring the goods in America and pay duties, and they ship these individual packages. So they're saving like 15%.
So they ship to Tijuana, then drive it in?
No, like when the order gets placed from, let's
They
say you buy
fulfill.
a T-shirt from your house, they just ship from Tijuana
Like your
to LA.
3PLs in Tijuana, let's
Yeah.
say.
But where's it getting manufactured?
in China,
So it's manufactured in China, gets shipped to Tijuana,
which has no duty,
no duty.
and then you don't.
So you save that 18%.
yes, and then
Got it.
when you bring it into America because of this law, under $800, you're fine.
Right.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
It's a big deal. I think it's
So,
a very
I
big
hope
deal.
so.
So
I
you should
I feel like
basically-
nothing will happen.
You should basically set up an e-com company in Tijuana.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's been happening.
And ship
but
from
they're gonna
Tijuana.
if this law changes, Tijuana's done too,
Right.
because it's all not just China.
I just
it's
wonder
all
who
com-
lobbies. The question is who has the lobbyists?
Yeah,
If Amazon's lobbying to keep it, it's not going anywhere.
yeah.
I mean, have you seen the Russian spies that have been here? It's like the
Where?
Americans.
Yeah, where are they at?
They're all over America.
Right. That's why I want to know our wins, man. I'm sick of hearing about our losses. You know what I mean? What are we doing?
I'm sure we're crushing it.
Right.
I think we're crushing it.
Yeah, we just can't talk about it. We'll talk about it 30 years from now.
No, you'll never talk about it because they're
There'll
not
be a
allowed
book
to.
about it.
No, there'll be it will, we. Yeah, we were.
There'll be a
we-
book.
I think we know a few people that are in that world
Right.
from America.
I need details. Tell us, people. Okay. What do we want to do here?
We got to talk comments.
Okay. We have some YouTube comments.
Yeah.
I want to say a shout out
Okay.
Yeah.
to your mom, Mrs. Baff.
What'd she do? She wished you happy birthday?
Yeah, she wished me a very nice, sweet message,
Yeah.
and I'm very thankful. And I know she listens.
That
so,
thoughtful mom of mine.
Yeah, they're
Mrs.
great.
Baff, thank you.
Good job. Okay. YouTube. So we told you guys, go to our YouTube group chat news. The fun thing about YouTube is the comments.
Yep.
So we have some top comments here from the week.
So the first one, laughing and learning, exactly why I started listening to this podcast. I look forward to each episode. Great.
Nice. That's
Next
kind of
one.
what we talked about on the last episode. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Not all the serious.
I stopped listening. The next one, I stopped listening due to the 2 versus 1 bickering. Thought I would listen to just Drama and Anand and give them a shot. Instead, it was a non-stop mutual hand job.
well, Rat Dog.
Wait,
it
so
sounds
me
like,
and Drama was a hand job?
I guess so.
Yeah.
But it sounds like Rat Dog listens to every episode,
Yeah.
even though he's saying he doesn't.
So you guys give
So
each
fuck
other's
you,
hand
Rat
jobs.
Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next one, happy birthday, Anand. Hope you're hanging with your new bestie, T. Fritz. USA. Add Drama, check your DMs. I'm in CA next week playing Monarch Beach. I need a
Man, everyone, I got golf tips. I got invites. Golfing is hot in the DMs.
Next is, and where's the group chat investment fund? Dutch Bro, at D, Dutch Bro's up 30% from 1 year ago.
Yeah.
My picks have been unbelievable.
Blame Anand. That was supposed to be Anand's responsibility.
Unbelievable. Lastly, here's a recommendation. You should have an uncensored version of the pods available to Chatty Cathy's. I can't stain the bleep out. I agree with that.
That would be good, but we just unfortunately
Yeah, there's
blab our
some things
mouths
we're
too
not
much
allowed
about.
to like
right.
say.
There's fine people on both sides.
But I agree. It would be nice, but
You could be in the
hold on,
studio.
bleep this out.
Okay, let's hear it. What do you got?
Fuck you.
Yeah. And then we got shout outs.
Shout outs.
All right. From Thomas, shout out to my buddy
Tig.
Tig for becoming an avid listener of the pod. He's been my boy since elementary and just got a job in project management. Proud of you, brother. Shout out to D for having the same B-day as me. Love
Nice.
group chat.
Shout out to you. Shout out to Tig.
From Arati, shout out to my sister Chandani and Sonam. They will forever be my lifers and travel besties. So glad we listened to the pod together.
Nice.
Amazing.
Shout out.
Hot sisters. From Raj, let's go. I'm Raj.
Let's go.
From Leicester, UK, been listening to the pod for the last 3 years. Discovered the pod through learning about the whole affiliation with Nas. Brown boys really out ya. Best thing I learned from the show is making sure the stock charts go up and to the right.
That's right.
Greatest trading strategy known to the man. P.S. I hope one day Anand can help me pass the Goldman Sachs interview.
I got you.
Next, from Alex. Shout out to my daughter, Savannah, on her 13th birthday. Wow, big birthday.
Woo!
She is a passive listener to the podcast. And when I listen to you guys in the car and Bluetooth, as I take her to and from soccer practice during the week.
Nice. Shout out to
Happy
Savannah.
birthday. From Dave. Shout out to my wife, Taylor. We've been married for 8 years. She just celebrated her anniversary at her first huge company, and 3.5 weeks ago gave birth to our first son, Maverick. Oh, hot name.
Wow,
Nice,
Maverick.
hot name.
Love that. Love that.
She's the definition of hard work pays off and has been amazing to watch during her first weeks of motherhood. Love you, babe.
Shout out to Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
This is great.
Okay, those
Taylor.
were good. Good shout outs. Okay, well, everyone go to group chat news. Talk your shit. Be funny. Tell your jokes. Give props. Whatever you want to do. We're going to pick the top ones and read them. And keep going on the shout outs.
And watch A Few Good Men.
And watch A Few Good Men for Anand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one thing you do this week.
That's it. If you want to support Anand's birthday, that's what you can do.
I might watch it again tonight.
You should. Okay, good deal. Everyone have a great week. Thanks for listening. Yeah, we'll see you on Wednesday. See you on Wednesday.
Well, I'm here.
We're here on Wednesday. Okay. Bye-bye.